Hello everyone, this is Will from Dragon's Den. About to do a new painting, going through my materials, eraser, brushes, watercolor paints. Also big bucket for water, gotta remember that. And I'm taping up my edges here. Um, if you are going to follow along, that's awesome. I think it's great. But don't worry if you don't have the same kind of stuff that I have. It really doesn't matter, just whatever you have handy. Just have fun and start painting. I'm starting with a drawing first. Again, just basic shapes, kind of building up, trying to figure everything out mostly ahead of time so that I don't have to work too hard while I'm actually painting. Um, Part of the biggest reason why I'm doing a painting, again, one, so that I can kind of walk you through what I'm doing this time, but two, so I can kind of talk about how painting makes me feel. Even though I'm doing artwork, and I'm solving problems, and I'm figuring things out, and I'm dealing with correcting mistakes and things like that. Largely, the actual act of painting is really calming to me, and especially right now with everything that's going on, um, being able to calm down, focus on something that I have control over, uh, things that I can fix, things that I can do something about and fix to a degree that makes me feel better about things and better about what I'm doing. That really means a lot to me right now. And so I hope that if you're following along, um, and your painting can help you kind of feel calm and at ease. And if you're not following along, or you don't have materials, for whatever reason, if you're just watching this to enjoy it, I hope that this can help you feel calm and at ease too. Um, Now I'm going through this very quickly. I've sped up the footage that I recorded of this painting quite a bit. Um, in actuality, this was actually a very slow process of building up layers. I'm using watercolor paint to start. At one point I do shift to acrylic paints to kind of get some opacity, kind of going over things. And as you can see here, the lighting actually changed. That's because I worked on this later afternoon and into the evening, so the sun went down through the course of me working on this. Um, so if you are doing your own painting, it's okay if this takes time. This took me some time to do, and it's probably going to take you some time too, and that's okay because the act of doing this, it's almost meditative to me. Even though we're speeding through this so that if anyone is just trying to watch this for enjoyment, they can kind of see it build and kind of emerge. But it really is just about building up layers, taking your time, trying to stay calm, stay focused on something, and just feeling okay. And I hope you guys are all feeling all right. I know that things can be a little stressful sometimes, and that's all right. Um, but I believe that everything's going to be okay. I think that I'm very grateful for the people in my life that are helping me out and watching out for me and making sure everything's all right. Here's a fun little detail to show you kind of what I'm doing as I go. I'm blending in some of the paint as I go and kind of dabbing away things, kind of letting the paper come through here and there. As you build a painting, whatever you're painting, just a slow buildup of layers. The first few bits, if you're watching through this, you can see it takes time for this to emerge as something. The first few phases, this isn't much. This is a process. It takes time. The biggest thing to keep in mind is that it's all about just your enjoyment. It's about doing something that feels good, doing something that helps you focus on something, to take your mind off other things that you might be worried about, and just do something that just makes you feel better, calms you down, helps you out. And if that's what this does, then I'm very happy for that. As I'm going, I'm starting to work in some of the details here. Trying to work on this cast shadow. And the way a cast shadow works is that something that is directly in front of the light. So it's going to it's casting a sharp, defined shadow. Right now I'm trying to do that with this person's jawline over his neck and different details of the shirt as well. The lapel is going to cast a shadow over the tie and the rest of the shirt. And again, it's a process and it takes time. Truth be told, I actually did not finish this. I'm still going to be working on this, and I might give you an update on where that goes in another video later on. Because again, this takes time. It's really I think sometimes it's meditative, really. Kind of working into a gradient into the background there, trying to smooth out some of that initial work. One of the things here that I'm doing, which is kind of neat, there's different kind of color zones on the face. The bottom of the face is kind of more cool tones. The middle, really warm reds, and towards the top near the forehead is kind of more yellows. Here, just working in some of my highlights. Again, this is sped up quite a bit. I think all told, our video here is going to be about 7 minutes, and that's condensing about 2 hours worth of work. I really do hope you guys are enjoying this. Hope these are fun for you guys to watch, even if you're not following along. And I hope you guys are all doing well. We all care about you. We all hope for the best for you. Stay safe.